Hi, this is Elizabeth with MamaCanDoIt.com, and today I want to show you my new favorite contoured diaper. It's super easy, and I am making it out of a t-shirt. I've got this really cute print that I want to use. So I'm going to just lay my pattern right on the fold, just like that, and it is going to go onto the sleeve area, and I'm not worried about that one bit. So as you can, maybe you can't see, but my pattern is actually a little bit longer than this shirt here, and I'm not even worried about it because it's plenty, the pattern itself is plenty long, so it's alright that it's going to be about ½ inch shorter. And then I'm going to turn this inside out because I want this print to be on the butt of this diaper here. So I'm going to turn it inside out because we're going to sew it inside out. This literally takes like 8 minutes to make. Excuse my chillins playing in the background. Okay, so now I'm going to just lay my pattern piece right on top, right there, and then I am going to mark my elastic points right here, down here, and then I'm going to flip it over to the other side and mark my elastic point here and my elastic point here. Okay. Then I'm also going to put the pattern piece on here and make sure everything is lined up properly. And this arrow right here is pointing to where I'm going to stop sewing. We're going to leave the top open and we're going to leave the bottom open so that any kind of insert won't get stuck in there. And then we can add as much or as little as we want. Okay, so I've got the 2 pins at the top to mark where I'm going to stop sewing. I've got my elastic points. Let's go to the sewing machine. Okay, I'm going to start at the bottom of this diaper, and I am going to sew about 3/8 of an inch away from the edge. I am not worried about perfection because this is going to be having a lot of messes in it. When I get to this first pin right here, what I'm going to do is actually sew right off of the edge because I'm not going to finish that edge. I'm going to leave it unfinished because this is a t-shirt and the fabric won't fray. And then I'm going to start by the next pin doing the same thing, starting on the edge and then going to my 3/8 of the seam allowance, just like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is find my elastic points here and here, and I'm going to start my elastic on this one here. I'm going to start it by I have a really long strip of it, and I'm just going to start it on that mark. And then what I'm going to do after it's started is I'm going to hold the back of the diaper and I'm going to pull this almost as tight as I can. And where I'm holding it on the back of the diaper, I almost have to pull it through because of the amount of pressure from the elastic. When I get to the other elastic point, I stop. And then I'm just going to trim off the elastic. And then I'm going to flip my diaper over and do the other leg. Okay, now what I'm going to do is turn this diaper right side out. And then starting at the bottom, This one is hemmed because the t-shirt was hemmed, but it doesn't have to be because this kind of fabric doesn't fray. Then I'm going to actually sew this about 3/8 of an inch away from the edge as well. And then when I get to the elastic, I'm going to stretch it really tight. You'll see. Okay, so now I'm at the elastic. Then I'm going to do the same thing by holding the back and the front and readjusting as necessary because I want to create a casing for that elastic. It helps the diaper to not be bunched up. Around the wings, I kind of get a little bit closer to the edge, so it's not quite 3/8 of an inch away from the edge. And I'm only going to be going to my back opening. Just like that. Now I'll lift it up, go to the other side of that opening, make sure this wing is pushed out all the way. This is a great way to make a whole stash in a really short amount of time for a diaper that you're absolutely going to love, especially if you have a front loader washing machine. At the elastic. So now I'm going to stretch it out, make sure that my seam is all the way on the side there. And I do kind of hold it tight with my thumb here in front while I'm pulling it in the back. And readjust as necessary. Okay, now I'm going to snip all my strings, and then I have a fantastic contoured diaper that has elastic in the legs, and I like to use a snappy, or you could even use pins to connect this together and then put a diaper cover over top of it. Because of the hole on the top and the bottom, it'll be really easy to put an insert, whether it's a pre-fold diaper or even another t-shirt, fold it up on the inside for soaker, and then if you feel more comfortable to remove it before washing, you can, but because each side is open, more than likely it'll come out during the wash. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will have a pattern coming out really soon for the one size fits all diaper cover. Oh, this is one size too, by the way. So if you wanted to use it for a smaller baby, you would simply just fold this up like that and put it on your baby, however big or little they are. There's a tiny little fold. Okay, thank you.